Hey guys, so we did a bit of work yesterday on opening up the inner thighs. We've done a bit of that in previous classes as well, but I thought we would carry it over into today's class as we work on a sequence towards standing extended big toe pose. So I'm not quite warm yet, but this is a sort of demo. There we go, of what your extended big toe pose will look like. We'll definitely have some modifications as we work towards that. And I have a strap for today's practice for a few of the warm-up opportunities, and we can actually use it when we come into the full variation, okay? So if you have a strap or something that resembles a strap, have it nearby. We'll place it at the top of the mat actually we'll start with it. So keep it with you and we'll set up on our back in a supine bound angle. So come all the way onto your back. Take a few moments to sink into your body, check in with your breath. So again, today's class will focus on preparing the body for our standing balancing pose. I'll walk you through the variations. Everything we do today will hopefully assist you in opening up the body enough to start to get curious in that shape, especially if you've never come into that pose before. We'll get right into movement. Take your hands to your outer thighs and draw your knees in together. Take your feet out wider than hip distance and let your knees fall in towards one another. So you create kind of a pyramid shape with the body, an internal rotation of the hips, just to create some ease there. Then take your knees out, walk your feet in so they are hip distance apart, and bring your right knee in towards your chest. Give your right knee a gentle squeeze in as you rock it from side to side. Then extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. This might be where your strap comes in handy. You can take your strap and either wrap it or place it over the big toe mound or the mound of each toe. I like to actually loop it or create a loop and bring it to my inner heel so that both sides of the strap are on the outer right side of my leg. So it creates more stability in the ankle and supports the arch. So you can set yourself up like that. And with a soft grip with the right hand, maybe take your left hand to your hip. Let's add some slow movement. You can bend and extend through your right knee. Especially if you're feeling quite tight today, the mobility work can be helpful to start before you hold in more of a static stretch. If you feel like that's what you need today, you might stay right there and hold. If there's some tension creeping up into your shoulders, you might even take your right elbow down to the mat. Keep, again, a fairly light grip with your right hand, so we're not gripping, clenching the knuckles, but enough to just keep the leg stable. You might even explore extending the left leg long if you need a bit more. And then from here, we're going to add a bit of movement, open up towards the right side of your space, not forcing to go too far, but you may start to feel the sensation shift from the back of the leg into the inner line. And then we'll transfer over to the other side. So you'll switch your strap into your left hand and slowly guide your knee or your heel towards the left. So similar to what we did yesterday, the sensation now translates through the outer line of the leg. Let's go back and forth, open to the right, and cross over to the left. Again, open to the right. Hey, you're welcome to open up more or less depending how much space you have available in the body. Okay, one more time, open right. And left. Okay, come back through center. Draw your knee in towards your chest, rock it again from side to side, and we'll switch over to the other side. Might feel good to extend that right leg long, shake out the hips, and other side. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, rock your knee from side to side, lengthen the back of your neck, soften your shoulders, and we'll send the left leg up. Again, you can take your strap and just cross it over or wrap it over the foot, or create that loop. Bring the loop to the inner ankle so that both sides of the strap are on the outer left side. Then take that movement. If you need that to start, bend and extend through the knee. Create some mobility and almost warming into the back of the leg. You can explore holding it more as a static stretch for a few rounds. Remember, you can extend this right leg if you need a little bit more. Notice that it does create a bit more tension here in the back of the leg, but also create sensation through the front of the right hip. So just take what you need. There's tension creeping up, soften your shoulders down to the mat. Just gentle reminders to be fully aware of the entire body. And together, let's open the left leg towards the left side of the space. And switch over to the other side. Take the strap into your right hand and feel that sensation. It's quite intense for me in the outer left line. Okay, inhale, open up. And exhale, cross through. Couple more like that. Move slow, match your breath to the movement. One more time. Okay. Then meet back through center, pause. Okay, bring your knee back in towards your chest, another squeeze, another rock. And you can release that by extending your left leg long, maybe both legs down the length of your mat for a few moments to just release. And then bring both knees in towards your chest. Take your strap with you, rock and roll back and forth along your spine to come through to a tabletop. So here in tabletop, you're welcome to take a few cow-cat, my favorite, few rounds just to loosen up the spine, maybe sway the body a bit, roll out into the wrists, shake out your head, no, yes. Okay. And then let's take the right leg long behind the body, kick back through your right heel. And then with your breath, so this is a bit of core work, so I'm just gonna move out slightly to not kick the blinds. But with your breath, can you charge through your right heel and then slowly open your right foot towards the right side of the space? So from the side, it will look like this, and then kick your leg back behind you. Okay. So again, charge through your right heel, slow kick towards the right, and come back through center. See if you can stabilize your hips, keep the core strong. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, press back. You can keep a bend in the knee if this feels quite intense. Last 2, kick back. One more time, slow kick and press back. Lower your right knee down to the mat. Let's take the other side. Left heel will kick back behind you. Right away, fire up your core, press away from your palms. Keep the heel as high as you can and kick your left leg out to the side and slowly drop back. So again, just to show you from this angle, kick the blind anyway, leg will extend out to the side and then draw back. Okay, let's go 3 more rounds. Inhale to open and exhale and kick back. Okay, squeeze into your glutes. This is strength work as well as mobility. Inhale and exhale. One more time, big inhale and exhale back, pause and hold. All right, friends, press through your palms, tuck your toes, walk to the back of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up to stand, full body stretch. Reach up, look up. And exhale, bring your hands to meet at heart center. Take a big step towards the top of your mat and turn to face the left side of your space. So we're right away here into a standing position. Heels turn in, toes turn out, and come down into a goddess pose. Okay, so enjoy some movement as you settle in. You can sway your hips from side to side. Early in the practice, but we're calling upon the quads, the glutes, core is on. And then you can open up to a cactus with the upper body. Okay, so squeeze shoulder blades back. Okay, take an inhale breath. And then as you exhale, hinge forward. Take your thumbs to the inner thighs. Inhale breath to lengthen. As you exhale, drop your, I'll mirror you here, your right shoulder and gaze over your left. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, other side. Okay, let's move together a few times in each direction. Create some mobility through the midline of the body, but also work on opening up as you energetically press into your inner thighs. We're creating that space in the inner line of the body. Finish up your round, and then when you're done, come back through center, squeeze your core, your glutes, your quads, open back up to your goddess pose. Maybe you sink in a little deeper. Straighten out both legs, turn your toes forward, and wide leg forward fold. Come all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Core is on, shoulders down and back. Let's take a slow bend into each knee, alternate from side to side. So start to feel that sensation again in the inner thighs as you rock side to side. A couple more rounds of breath. And the next time you shift towards the front of your mat, the top of your mat, walk your hands forward, look forward, and step both feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Full body stretch, inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands meet at heart center. So here at the top of the mat, let's sit up with tree pose both sides. Start with shifting your weight into your right foot. Bend your left knee up in towards your chest. Soften your shoulders from your ears, and then open your left knee so that the sole of your left foot can land at your ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Hands here at heart center, give your shoulders a big roll. So we'll use tree pose here to set some foundation in our balance. Okay, so find one thing that's not moving straight ahead of you, that fixed point of concentration. Okay, if you're quite wobbly, this is our first balancing pose. So take your time, give yourself some grace as you start to settle into the body. And notice we want to open up here. So the left knee moves to the space behind you, opening up across the hips. Core is on, glutes are on, spine is tall. Stay for one more inhale breath. Then slowly guide your left knee back through center, left knee to the mat. You can pedal out your knees side to side, other side. Okay, weight shifts over into the left foot. Bring your right knee up in towards your chest. Okay, so you anchor down through your strong standing left leg. Open up and place your right foot at your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. So energetically, you're pressing the sole of the foot and the inner line of the leg towards one another to create a really tall, long body. So right knee will draw back, glutes are on, keep squeezing in, lengthen up. Find that gaze, one point that's not moving. Take one more inhale breath. And exhale, draw your knee back through center, both feet flat to the mat. So we're standing here at the top of the mat, pedal that out. Inhale, reach your arms up and over. Exhale, slow hinge forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. With your exhale, plant your hands and come into a plank pose. So you'll step back, fingertips grip the mat, spread your fingertips wide. And then for this first round, we're gonna lower the knees down to the mat, slide the right hand slightly forward, open to a modified side plank. Okay, so modified side plank. Can you lift your left foot up away from the mat, bend your left knee in towards the chest, and grab your big toe with your peace finger and thumb. Okay, and then try to extend your leg out, whether it's forward, up, maybe you have a deep bend in your knee, no worries, but just start to explore what it feels like to have the bind of the foot or around the toe with the leg extended. So you might be here, 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 maybe you're here. Okay, lots of options. Stay for an inhale breath. On your exhale, come back through to your plank. Left hand to the mat, open up to the other side. So your left toes meet the mat. Open up to your modified side plank to the right. Okay, so again, hover your right foot, bend the knee in towards your chest, peace finger thumb, bind around your left foot. You might be here, you might be here, you might be here, you might be here. Lots of options to explore, no right or wrong, but just start to feel the connection that you have with the big toe and energetically charging through the heel. Doesn't matter if it doesn't look pretty, okay? Keep everything really involved. Stay for one more inhale breath. And exhale, come back onto all fours. Shift forward. Let's take a modified chaturanga. So you transition from your high plank into your chaturanga, gaze slightly forward. This is your low plank four-limb staff pose. And then exhale, let's press right back into downward dog. Hey, again, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. And exhale, hands meet at heart center. Other side, so left foot will step forward, turn to the right. I'm gonna turn to the left just to mirror you here. Second opportunity for goddess pose. Toes turn out, heels turn in, open up to cactus right away. We'll add a bit of core work just to kind of build some strength around the spine. So when we come to balance, we feel really strong and stable. So with an inhale breath, lengthen up tall, but keep your hips low. And drop your left elbow towards your left knee. Come back through center. Other side, right elbow to right knee. And come back through center. So I'm not mirroring you here, I don't think. Gentle shift from side to side, but see if you can crunch into the side body while opening up the inner thighs, knees draw back. Let's go for 4, center, 3, center. Sink in deeper if you can, last 2, center, last 1, center, pause and hold, take an inhale breath, stay for your exhale, sink deeper, then straighten out both legs, inhale, toes turn forward, second set, wide leg forward, fold. All right, friends, from here, again, let's start with a soft bend in the knees from side to side. And then option this time, if you feel like there's a bit more space to move into, we'll take our half squat. So you'll extend your one leg long, come onto the tiptoes of your other foot and bend deep into the hips. Walk your hands back through center and switch over to the other side. So you might be holding here if this is the depth available in your body right now. Perfect. You stay here, you hold, you breathe. Okay, option 2, you might start to explore a slightly deeper compression in the hip joint, but only if that feels available. And then option 3, you can add a bit more of a strength and balance element by bringing your hands to heart and taking that rock from side to side, just like this. Good. Then next time you come to the top of your mat, turn to face the top of your mat and step forward to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. So we'll skip balancing for this round. We'll come back to it when we come into our standing, full expression of our standing extended big toe. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Take your feet out wide, hip distance. Fully surrender into your forward fold. This time, bend your knees a lot. And like we did in our modified side plank, take your peace finger and your thumb, wrap it around your big toe. Both toes, so we'll grab the left and the right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw your upper body forward. There's a light pressure on the big toe. Let your head hang heavy. Then hold here and breathe. So invite that decompression of the spine. Let your head hang heavy. Shake it out a few times. No yes. Tilt your hips,
your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Create as much space as available in the back of the legs. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. We'll just lower to the knees, sit back, hips on heels. We'll add a challenge here. So roll your shoulders for a few moments just to kind of create some space in the upper body. And come forward onto your hands and find plank pose. So you can take a second round of modified side plank, open to the left to start. Hey, those of you who would like to explore a little bit further, you can stay on your toes, open up to a modified or a full side plank, and then we'll explore the toe bind again here. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Find your big toe with your peace finger and thumb. And again, whether you have the knee on the mat or you are lifting away from the mat, extend the leg and then see if you can slowly open up. So hips press forward, squeeze into your glutes, anchor through your right palm. Find a good place for the gaze that feels nice on the neck. So whether it's down towards the side or up towards the ceiling. Stay for one more big inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Right away, let's try the other side. Remember, you can take this modified again, or stack up your feet. Everyone bend your knee in towards your chest, right knee to chest. Peace finger and thumb, grab the big toe. Kick, and maybe you open up. Think right hip stacks over top of the left. It's okay if you have the knee bent. It's okay if you're here or here. Just focus on that bind and the slow opening of the hips. Stay for one more inhale breath. Exhale, come back through center, high plank. Option to move to chaturanga or low plank with the knees down. And we'll press right back into a downward facing dog or child's pose. Okay, slowly come forward onto to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your strap and rise all the way up. Okay, this is it, you guys. We'll play around with our standing big toe pose from here. Option to use your strap. So similar to how we set up for tree pose, let's start with our weight in our right foot. Bend the left knee in towards the chest. Hey, we'll spend a few extra breaths here to take our time coming into this shape. And then you can start by bringing your left hand to your, or right hand to your right hip, left hand to your inner knee or thigh, and open up. Okay. This is option one, ankle and knee stacked, hip and knee parallel with the mat below. So quad is parallel with or femur is parallel with the ground below. You may start to open your left arm up and send your gaze over, right arm, gaze over right arm. Just like tree pose, squeeze into your glutes, hip move forward. Now, if you're taking big toe, peace finger and thumb wrap around your left big toe, kick out through your heel, and just like we did in our side plank is almost the peak of this, right? It's super challenging, but a different variation to come into this standing. So we kick out through the heel and slowly open up. Now, the strap is handy here if it feels like a big reach for your grip with the big toe or to the foot. So you can use your strap as a bit of a support. Hey, you can take it just like this over the foot, or what we did on our back with the loop to the inner heel, both pieces of the strap in the outer heel. And then you can kick out through here. Okay. Again, bend the knee as much as you need to. Try that again. Okay. And open up. Same thing, you can take your arm out to the side, reach through your right fingertips, gaze over your shoulder. And then come back through center when you're ready, soft release. Okay. If that felt good and you'd like to spend a bit more time exploring, pause the video, try again, and I'll move on to the other side for those of you ready. Left hand to left hip, right knee in towards the chest, activate your strong standing leg. Then here's your option one, bring your left hand to your inner thigh, right hand to your inner thigh,
Struggling with my rights and lefts today, so bear with me. Squeeze your glutes, hips forward, upper body tall. Remember, you can extend your opposite arm out, gaze over the shoulder. The gaze can add definitely another layer to the balance and to the challenge. Okay. If you're taking your grip to the big toe, knee to chest, peace finger and thumb. I find it helpful to kick forward first and then invite the opening of the hips. Okay. Again, you can open up, play with your gaze. And some of you may wish to try the strap on this side as well. Okay. Kick forward and open up from there. So whether you have the strap, the big toe, or you're holding this variation, focus on opening the hips, squeezing the glutes, maintaining the length through the spine. Fix your gaze, something straight ahead that's not moving. And when you're ready, exhale, release. Come to the top of your mat, take an inhale, reach your arms up and over. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, you guys can pause the video, take another round. I will bring us towards cool down now from here. You can step back into down dog or take a child's pose. Let your head hang heavy, shake out some of that work from standing. And then let's come all the way forward. Step or float through and come onto our back. Just a short cool down today since we did a bit more work with coordination around our standing big toe. Let's bring knees in towards chest. Invite some compression into the front of the body after all of that work opening up. If it feels good, add a gentle rock from side to side. And take your hands to your shins. Let's circle out the knees a few times in each direction. Lower your knees down to the mat. Open up your arms to cactus. Heel toe your feet out wide. And let's windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Do this a few times to loosen up those strong muscles that supported you standing. Your glutes, your quads. And slowly open up into your Shavasana and pause for a moment and just notice if there's anything else your body needs coming out of that work. Flipped bug might feel nice after standing on your legs and even doing a bit of work on the hands in our planks. You can take a twist if that feels good, a bridge or a wheel, whatever you need, and give yourself a few moments in Shavasana before moving into the rest of your day. I'll leave you guys here to close off with whatever you need, whether it's more movement, more recovery. Maybe you're still playing in your balancing variations. Take all the time you need. Let me know how this practice felt for you. Take a big inhale breath for yourself. Exhale, sigh it out. Take a big inhale breath for your community, this community of virtual yogis, and send it out. And thank you so much for joining me in practice today, moving through this sequence with me. Such a pleasure to guide you. Namaste.